Whenever a chemical equation is written, in order to make the equation more informative, it is necessary that we specify the physical states of the reactants and the products. As we have told you in our previous lectures, the chemical equation is written by using symbols and formulas. Then the chemical equation is balanced as per law of the conservation of the mass. But this is not a complete information which we get from such a chemical balanced equation. In order to get more information, as I am saying, we must be able to specify the physical states of the reactants and the products. For example, students, here is a reaction in which iron is reacting with water to form Fe3O4 plus 4H2O. What we are saying, student, iron reacts with H2O to form Fe3O4 and hydrogen. First, we have to balance the equation. This is a balanced equation now, which we have written, student, Fe3O4 and 4H2O. Still, we do not know what is the physical state of iron, student, what is the physical state of water. As you know, water can exist in solid form, in liquid form, in gas form, and energy is required to convert solid into liquid and liquid into gas. Therefore, students, the information is not complete in this equation. But if I say iron is in S solid, in the parenthesis, I am saying S, student, S stands for solid. S stands for solid, that iron is in solid state. And if I write water, water here you can see water is written as G, student. That G stands for gas, student. As there are three states of the water: solid, liquid and water. If you want to convert ice into water, you have to supply energy, students. And if you want to convert water into the steam or gas, you have to supply more energy. You already know about it. So here the reaction doesn't take place if iron is reacted with water, but it should be water gas, students. And this compound Fe3O4 is in the formed in the solid, and hydrogen gas is produced, student. So in order to make the chemical equation informative and more real, because if I simply write FeH2O, Fe3O4, H2O, the reaction may not take place. Therefore, it is important to specify, student, the states which we have written. S for solid, G for gas, L is written for the liquid, student, pure liquid. This is a pure liquid, student. And you see another word, aqueous, student. Aqueous. What is aqueous used? Those substances which dissolve in water. When substances are dissolved in water, students, we write aqueous. Therefore, I can say one thing to make the chemical equation more informative, student. The physical state of chemicals is also commonly stated in the parentheses after chemical symbols. When starting physical state, S denotes solid, L denotes liquid, G for gas, aqueous denotes aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means those substances which are dissolved in water, Sometimes, student, the reaction conditions are also necessary. Further, what I'm saying, there are conditions for every reaction. There are conditions for every reaction, students. Therefore, it becomes necessary to specify the condition, means temperature, pressure, and catalyst. These are very common things, student. Large number of reaction only occur at a definite temperature, at definite pressure, or they are not occurring at the room temperature. They need high temperature, high pressure, and they need catalyst, student. Certain reaction do not take place, but when we add catalyst, they do take place. So these are called the reaction conditions. These reaction conditions such as temperature, pressure, catalyst are indicated above or below the arrow of the equation. For example, here, student, for example, here you can see carbon monoxide. This is a gas, hydrogen gas reacts with to form methanol. This is the condition of the reaction. The condition of the reaction is the pressure is, what is the pressure here, student? 340 atmosphere. See, this is a very high pressure. We are working at 1 atmospheric pressure. You can see condition is mentioned. Another important thing, student, the reaction of carbon dioxide with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. These are the conditions, student. You are aware of the photosynthesis reaction which takes place in the green plants. What is happening? Carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and water liquid. Water is liquid, student. Aqueous. This is aqueous. You can see the word aqueous. That means carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, student. When I write CO2, gas is different. When I write CO2 aqueous, that means carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, student. Dissolved in water. Please pay attention. Please pay attention, student. And sunlight and chlorophyll, these are the reaction conditions. Sun provides the energy. Sun provides the energy. Chlorophyll is a catalyst, student, which is important. So the sun provides energy, students, for the reaction. This is a catalyst. These are called the reaction condition. Important. See, the glucose which is formed is aqueous. I have written this. You can see, students, C6H12O6 aqueous means the glucose dissolved in water. What is aqueous? Aqueous means, student, aqueous means that glucose is dissolved in water. Aqueous means glucose dissolved in water. Important, student, please pay attention. Glucose dissolved in water. That is the meaning of aqueous. And carbon dioxide, again aqueous, dissolved in water. And this L means pure liquid. Water is pure liquid. H2OL, that shows, student, water is pure liquid. Therefore, in order to make equation more informative, student, we must specify the physical states of the reactants and the products. As we have seen, let me give you some more examples. More examples, students. See, solid, S stands for solid, student. L for liquid. G is for a gas. Sometimes these arrows are represented the solid. When a solid is formed, student, it settles down in a test tube, for example. And sometimes what we say that a precipitate has been formed, student. So the formation of precipitate is shown by this, that it is a solid. It will settle down. It will settle down in a solution. Gas, the gas is coming out, student, and as you can see, gas is formed. The bubbles of gas are coming out, therefore they are shown like this arrow. Aqueous means dissolved in water, very important. And here are some important examples of the reactions which we have indicated, student. For example, sodium hydroxide plus nitric acid gives sodium nitrate and water. So I have, this is the equation, student. It is balanced as well. As you can see, sodium hydroxide aqueous. Aqueous means that NaOH is dissolved in water, student, is dissolved in water. That is why I am using the word NaOH, aqueous, students. And nitric acid is also aqueous. NaNO3 produced is aqueous. Water liquid. Water liquid means that this is pure liquid, students. Pure liquid. Pay attention, it's very important. Similarly, here is another reaction. Nitrogen reacts with hydrogen. If the reaction is balanced, then I am specifying the state. Nitrogen is gas, hydrogen is gas, ammonia is gas. So this is another example, student. Here you see sodium is in the solid state and A is in the solid, student. This is a solid. So we say sodium is a metal which is in the solid state. It is reacting with chlorine, and chlorine we have shown as a gas, student. This is in the gas state and forming NaCl, which is formed is, student, solid. This is a solid according to the reaction. Similarly, calcium is in the solid. Here calcium, you have a piece of calcium. Calcium solid. Calcium is in the solid form. CaS means calcium is solid here, students. Water is pure liquid, and you can see calcium hydroxide is aqueous. This is dissolved in water. CaOH2, aqueous means dissolved in water. Hydrogen is a gas, student. So you can see this. In order to make the chemical equations more informative, it is important that we write their physical state, students: solid, liquid, gas, and aqueous.